Aloha and welcome to the Monday edition here of the Maui Hot List Hulahan. Flying solo today, just myself here. Reached out to Danny, but I think he's busy right now, and I am planning on spending the day on the South Shore in Wailea with the wife today. So I'm gonna bust this right out here, guys. Apologies. We did not forewarn you that we were not going to do a Good Friday edition. It was a holiday weekend here for everybody. So happy Easter to all. Happy Passover as well. And so grateful that he has risen as a born again Christian myself here. Um, let's dive in and I'll give you guys a quick update on what's happening in the market with inventory here. Give me a quick second. Let's see the screen pop up. All right, here we have it, gang. So here's the scoop. So residential, keep in mind, just wanted to keep it focused on Maui, so no Molokai or Lanai here. We've had an increase here. We've been in the 370 range there for a bit. And now we've seen that increase up there by about, I don't know, 5-6%. Definitely something worth keeping an eye on, because this is how we know what markets are going to do is the simple law of supply and demand. And if our supply increases and our demand is low, then prices need to fall in order for that excess inventory to get consumed. And then, of course, the opposite is true. If we have low inventory and demand is high, then prices go up to kind of quell the animal spirits there. So, going to definitely keep an eye on this. There's definitely word on the street out there that there are sellers that are kind of holding back. So we're in this interesting market right now where we have buyers on the fence and then we also have sellers on the fence. So everybody seems to be waiting for something. I imagine low interest rates would help. Also less chaos in the general market right now that's out there. So that's the scoop there on residential homes. Vacant land here, guys. Once again, strictly keeping it on Maui, right about the same as where we've always been, and that's fairly low inventory there. So not a lot of land for sale. But here we've had a jump here. So we've been in the 800s for Maui County, including Molokai and Lanai, but we've been in the 780s when we've backed that out. But today up to 827 there, guys. So definitely where the pain is in the market here. Have not seen a big rush in adjustment and price reductions, but you're definitely seeing those one-off deals. There's definitely some sellers out there that maybe are a little skittish, or maybe they're just in pain because the high AOAO fees these days with the high interest rate or insurance rates, etc. So once again, definitely a climb in condominium inventory, guys. 827 vacant land. We're just staying right where we are. A little bit of a jump here in residential as well. So that's what's going on in inventory on Maui. And now let's jump into the actual Hulahan here, guys. Halekole. So this is Camp 3 Beach. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It is apartment zoned. So there is a bit of some uncertainty there as what's going to happen to Halekamaole. 143 days in. Just kind of priced it like nothing else is going on. Started out aspirationally at $899, now down to $750. So fees aren't too bad there at Halekamaole, across the street from the ocean. 804. Guys, I know the dream is to be, for a lot of you, is to be right there on the ocean. Just know it's definitely coming at a cost. So here we go, guys. Motivated seller. We're at Kihei Ali'ikai, which I'm fairly certain is hotel zoned. Danny's not here, but I want to say that that's the case. Started out at $769, back down to $695. So 1,004 for the maintenance fees right there, guys. Maui Gardens. So a lot of activity here. Maui Gardens, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath there, $775. Maintenance fees, $1110. So short-term rentals were never allowed here in Maui Gardens. So that's a residential complex. Makali'i, also strictly residential, but just above all the great resorts there in Wailea. So definitely makes for an amazing second home, primary residence. 3-bedroom, 3-bath there, 3.295. Maintenance fees, $2277. A lot of gorgeous amenities there, and just walk right across the street and you're in the resort area. Got a fractional here at the Whaler, guys. You can definitely see that these are popular. They definitely sell. 109,000 is going to get you a 1-bedroom, 1-bath on the 12th floor. Square footage is generous there in the Whaler. 901 square feet. They have enormous, lengthy lanais, which is amazing. What am I buying here, John? Well, you're picking up the last couple of weeks in November. So definitely shoulder season. You're going to pick up Thanksgiving. What could be potentially awesome about owning this particular week here is that we do have the Maui Gym Invitational here, which is a college basketball tournament. So that has returned to the Civic Center here in Lahaina. So that's a great time to be here because of that. Also would make for a nice rentability. You could absolutely rent out your fractional ownership there. So 4,200 pays the annual dues. So that takes care of that. 109,000 gets you those 2 weeks there, guys. So don't have to own the whole thing here. You can just own a piece. Ho'ole, guys. This is a very popular vacation rentable hotel zoned condominium complex. These are all the resorts here of Wailea. Got the Fairmont, you got the Grand Wailea. It starts off with the Andaz, you got the Four Seasons. 4.795, been on the market now for 76 days. Back that down from 5.15. They're large. 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2426 square feet. Pay the $2,000 a month and live the Ho'ole lifestyle there. Kopiko Street, this is in Wailuku. I'm going to imagine, so this is a single family with an attached ohana. Let's see where this is at. So here we go. So we are kind of in the Happy Valley area. So got the Iao stream there. So that's exactly where we are there, guys. So in this area here, one of my favorite restaurants, you got Sam Sato's over here. And that's that guy right over there. Got the very famous Takamiya Market that's over here. So that's where that one is located. 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,088 square feet, 995 wouldn't get it done. Now down to 845. Has a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 440 square foot rentable option there with an attached ohana or multi-generational living, which is very, very popular here. We've got a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 960 square foot home in Haiku. It's on 0.19 acres, which is a typical residential size. 925 didn't get it done. We're down to 850. So definitely some affordability coming back in the residential market. Ooh, we're backing down this guy here. Great location in Kahana Ridge Drive. Huge lot here. Backs to the little, I don't know, there's a bit of a green belt area there. I got to check the map here just to make sure. Kind of a funky little setup with a reservoir that's over here, and then just some giant mango trees that are in there as well. So yeah, very, very favorable section of Kahana Ridge because you're skating to this area that's not going to be developed. So definitely a much larger lot than what is typical there in Kahana Ridge. Feel that's a great value right there now at $1,848,000. Alaolu Place. So this one's been on the market for a few times. 47 days on the market now this go around. And you're looking at a CPR 13,242 feet, 0.3 acres from a total of 0.96 acres. So just shy of an acre there, if you would. You're picking up a third. You're going to pay $379 for that. It's on county water, so that's amazing. There's some very, very beautiful mature trees in there. There are building permits for an 840 square foot ADU. That'll give you a valuable head start, is how they're marketing it. So that's a nice opportunity there. We've got Haiku. So this is in Haiku, $3.4 million, gets you a nice large home of 4,064 square feet. And that's on 5.5 acres. There's also an additional 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,000 square foot home. And let's see if there's anything else that's there. So main house. There's 2 large kitchens there. Also 2,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2 baths. So you are buying all 3 of these structures here. That's actually a nice value for somebody on 5.5 acres. I mean, this is what a lot of people dream of here in Hawaii that have families, want everybody to live on one compound there. So that's a nice opportunity here. Boy, the original price was 1.9. So not sure what happened there, but they did the correct adjustments 37 days in. So that's the scoop there. Another Kahana Ridge Drive option. This one here fronts to the little highway that we have going here. Across the street, you can easily get to McDonald's. So that's an awesome opportunity there. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,283 square feet. Something that's interesting about these front row ones is it is your kuleana to landscape the land that you own as it goes down to the bottom area here. Not the case when you're coming up into along the driveway that brings you into Kahana Ridge, but the ones that front the highway, it is your kuleana to landscape those. So already brought this guy down by 200,000 down to 1,750,000. Sometimes these have nice views. It definitely has solar there. May have to deal with some road noise though. Omoku Street in Kahului, $899, guys, for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Really, really a small lot there, 2,522 square feet. So the lot basically takes up the house. Almost looks like this is a bit of a duplex with this dividing the two there. So yeah, there it is, move-in ready, remodeled duplex. So I want to say that you're just buying half. That's what's typical here in Maui. So that's the scoop on that one there. Here we go, Legends at Maui Lani. We're 8 days in and we're already doing price reductions. Felt that this was priced right when it came out there. Legends is definitely a beautiful neighborhood to live in there. Maui Lani is a golf community. So nobody wanted it for $1,025,000, so they've dropped it by 25,000 down to 1.1 million now. Lahaina Shores, you're seeing a lot of these come up on the market here. There's the maintenance fee, I guess what it's going to be there, guys. They have been paying a real small amount, $239, but this guy's kicking in here. Hopefully they're going to be opening up Lahaina Shores to actual living again or visiting. Already increased this guy from 625 to 650. I remember when these were selling for a cool 900,000. The odd numbered one, guys, face the ocean. All the even numbered ones in Lahaina Shores face the West Maui Mountains. So beautiful views for both. I would say that many prefer the ocean. What do we got here? Well, we've got a big piece of land. This is up in Kula, and that is the parcel that you're looking at there. It's 35 acres for 3.25 million. And it's zoned ag, so all sorts of opportunities there. It is on county water, but the sewer is not connected. So we need to look into that. Can't go cesspool. You'd have to go septic if there was no sewer there. So nice opportunity for agriculture. Lots of agriculture in the area, as you can imagine. Well, that's a nicely updated kitchen there for a Kihei Villages. There it is. The 104 tells us it's a downstairs unit, which means that you get a nice yard there. So this one was updated in 2023. Maintenance fees have gone up, still fairly reasonable considering. And this one's one of the rare ones where it has a full second bath. So 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $814 a month, pays the fees. Looking at $690 for this gorgeous condo right here. 35 building, should be quiet. I don't believe that one backs to the highway. So amazing opportunity here. I saw AC, which is amazing as well. Kihei Shores, guys, 2-bedroom, 2-bath there. This one is just south of Cam Sands, Kamaole Sands. It's in the Kamaole 3 beach area, right at the doorstep of Wailea. 575 gets you a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. They're a little smaller, 733 square feet. 1,081 pays the maintenance fees there. Definitely has had some updates. In fact, it looks like it was updated, or at least there was some updates this year alone. Kahana Manor, believe it or not, it is zoned hotel. If you've eaten at Miso Fat Lahaina or Dolly's Pizza, well, you know where Kahana Manor is. 2 days in, $520, 520,000. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Maintenance fees are not horrible, $842. You'll never have to deal with sea level rise here, or at least not for quite a few years. Boy, it's a cute one, but man, it's heartbreaking. Not selling. They're really holding firm to that 900 number. A lot of rooms, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, a little smaller, 1,165 square feet. Church Street, right downtown in Wailuku. Wailuku is definitely transforming itself into a beautiful walkable town center. Great restaurants, shops, lots of new art that's going on there. A little bit cramped in the area, smaller lots, 3746 square feet. Sometimes parking can be a little funky, but people make do, and it's a cool neighborhood and a cool community. If you like a little urban style Maui living, that could be for you. Wailau Place in Lahaina. That's actually a good value there. So 186 days in. What am I picking up here? Well, it has been CPR'd. We can see that number there. 2.7 acres. You get 2 acres for the main house. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home. 2,760 square feet with that crappy view right there. You're gonna have to deal with crappy sunsets going on here, crappy island of Lanai there. What a bummer, but you know, people make do, guys. So there it is. Set up there. That's going to be the Ohana in the back there that they've already CPR'd out. Looks like it has a garage there as well. So not sure about the garage. Yeah, this one's got a garage there. So already bracked it down by 200,000. Bit of a value there in Laniapoko. Ooh, Meadowlands Phase 2. This is North Kihei. Meadowlands was a community-built workforce housing neighborhood. So that's what's cool about it. Amazing to see these crazy prices, though. I don't know if I agree with this one here. $1,000 a foot for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. 1,231,000, 4 days in. We'll keep an eye on it for you. That's in the Meadowlands community. This guy went quick here, man. Pineapple Hill Estates. Maybe that picture did it right there. Luxury still selling on Maui. 6.475 million. They took it. Done. This is actually Pineapple Hill there, gang. Beautiful home. Ma'alaya Banyans, 4 days in. This is in Ma'alaya, which is central Maui. It's $680 pays for the maintenance fees. All of Ma'alaya is zoned apartments, so some danger there. If you want to continue to vacation rent it, that is uncertain. But that direct ocean view moves somebody to make an offer and get this in escrow 4 days in. Halelo Street in Ka'anapali, 37 days in. Already picked this guy up, 2.495 for 2,683 square feet. It's definitely an older section of Kaanapali Hillside, the OG section, if you would, built in 73, but that one didn't last long. This one's pending here in Makawao after 37 days, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,106 square feet. Classic little Makawao ranch there. 870,000 was the list price. We'll see what it got. Alohilani Street. This is in Pukalani, 875, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. What did it bring? Well, it brought 860, and a veteran used his or her benefit. Thank you for your service. And here we are, Ki'eki'ewe, 1,550,000 in the beautiful Wailuku Heights community. This sits right at the foothills of Pu'ukukui, West Maui Mountains. So this guy sold here. It brought all the money. Maybe this one sold. There it is. Sold off the market prior to listing. Our market's so small here, guys. The MLS absolutely has us put these in here so we can keep an eye on all values. And here we have it. A little vacant land here, 450,000. Got you this 7,568 square foot urban lot. And it ended up bringing 340,000 for cash with a water meter installed, currently being used as a parking lot with month-to-month leased parking stalls. So that's the scoop there, guys. Really want to give you my heartfelt mahalo. Appreciate you guys checking out this very niched down podcast on Maui real estate. Danny and I really enjoy what we do, and we enjoy talking about it. So we enjoy sharing our mana'o, or our knowledge about Maui real estate. Offers always out there, guys. You find yourselves on Maui, you're looking for a cup of coffee or a smoothie, you want somebody else to pay for it, you just look me up there, Jonny Brath. You can hit me at 808-268-4262, 808-268-4262. Aloha, gang. You take care.